My beloved child, stop for a moment and feel the weight of what I am about to say. You left even me speechless. My child, do you understand what that means? I, who see the beginning from the end, who formed the mountains and commanded the seas, who knows every thought before it is spoken. You have no idea how deeply moved I was when I looked at you during the last season. The enemy tried to crush you, not because you were perfect, or because you never had problems, but because of what was being revealed about you. Do not scroll. Do not wait. This truth has to be told now. If you rush through this moment, you might miss the news that heaven has planned for you. This is a divine break in your plans. I meant for this to be a stop. I purposefully led your steps here. I intentionally allowed your eyes to land on this message at this moment. Something remarkable has been revealed about you, even while you were simply trying to survive and get through each day. Heaven was watching your heart. Even those who did not believe in you were surprised. Many people may never pause long enough to recognize a truth like this, but you were led here to receive it. It is not because you are better than other people, or because you have done everything right. It is because your heart has shown itself to be able to hold revelation without fear or pride. A lot of people want the truth, but not many can handle it. You are not here by accident. It was not by chance that you were placed on this earth. I placed something inside you from the moment I made you that cannot be easily destroyed. There is a depth to you that you might not fully understand. You are strong in ways that even surprised you. When life pushed you hard, there was something inside you that would not break. I knew there would be a day when I would tell you this truth before you took your first breath, made your first mistake, or felt let down. I knew there would be times when you would start to doubt your worth, your calling, and even whether you were important at all. I also knew there would come a time when I would pull back the curtain and show you what had been hidden about you. Pay close attention to this moment. Please lean in. Do not just brush this off as mere emotion. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. You asked me to be clear. You asked me to show you the real you. I am now going to answer. I am going to tell you what was revealed about you and why it changes everything right now. First, you need to shut down the voice that says this cannot be about me. It is about you. Yes, you. You almost gave up, but you did not. You cried behind closed doors, yet you were still kind to everyone else. You did not feel seen, but you chose to remain honest anyway. You felt weak, but you kept going. Even I was left speechless because your core did not break when everything else did. When betrayal came, you did not become like what had hurt you. You did not turn against me when delay made you wait too long. Even when loneliness told you lies, you did not surrender completely to hopelessness. There were times when you were almost broken, when your faith seemed weak at night. Something in you kept pulling you back to me even though you thought you were barely making it. Heaven saw how hard you were fighting to keep going. I was carefully looking at your heart while you thought no one was looking. What I found was rare. It was not perfect or flawless, but it was rare. When comfort disappeared, I found loyalty. I found faith that flickered, but would not go away. I found humility where pride could have grown. Even after you were hurt, I saw compassion in you. That combination is rare. You believed that the little things you did not matter. You thought that no one could see your quiet obedience. You thought that being calm when you wanted to fight back was a sign of weakness. There is something within you that you have not fully appreciated. The enemy knew about it before you did. That is why some attacks felt as if they were aimed specifically at you. That is why the pressure felt so strong. That is why hopelessness tried to hang over you like a thick cloud. He wanted you to forget who you were before you fully discovered it. But what I placed within you cannot be taken away by hardship. Disappointment cannot erase what I wrote in your spirit. What was revealed about you during this past season is that you have the endurance to handle more responsibility. You have a humble spirit that can carry blessing. You have depth that can carry revelation. Now the truth has to come out right away because you need to know who you are for the next season. The point of this truth is not to boost your ego. It is meant to make you trust me even more. Even I was speechless when I saw that. My child. Not because you performed perfectly, but because you kept going. You got through what was meant to silence you. What you went through was meant to expose weakness. And instead of falling apart completely, you grew stronger roots. If this message is already speaking to your heart, type Amen in the comments. Let your Amen be a sincere declaration that you trust what God is revealing about your life, and that you are ready to receive this truth with humility. Next, I am going to tell you something that will change the way you see your past, present, and future. No longer can the truth about you be kept secret. You will never look at yourself the same way again once you know it. My beloved child, because you have been living through this season without realizing what was being observed, I will now reveal what was discovered about you in the unseen realm while you went about your days and tried to keep it together. Heaven was keeping a close eye on your heart, the deepest part of you that you thought no one really saw. I looked deeper than your outward reactions to see how you really felt, and what was found there made heaven shake. You thought you were barely making it. You thought you were weak. You thought your tears proved that you were weak. But heaven found something else when they looked closely at you. You had hidden strength inside you. Not loud or proud strength, but quiet strength that cannot be broken. Your core did not collapse when the pressure rose. It bent. It shook at times, but it did not break all the way. You still said my name in a whisper, even when you were not sure. You looked for me even when you felt like I had left you. That persistence showed you something special about yourself. The enemy was surprised by your loyalty under pressure. He thought you would walk away. You have no idea how closely your choices were being observed. It mattered every time you chose to be calm instead of angry. It made a difference every time you chose patience over anger. It mattered every time you chose honesty over compromise, even when it would have been easier to give in. These were not little events. They showed how spiritually deep you were during hard times. Your faith was shown before this season. You thought your faith was not very strong because it made you feel things. But faith is not based on how you feel. Faith is measured by whether you keep holding on, even while you are shaking. Your faith stayed strong when happiness and comfort went away. Even a shaking faith was still faith. When answers did not come right away, you kept praying. Even when there was not much evidence, you kept trusting. You kept hoping, even though it seemed risky to do so. That showed what was really going on inside you. Faith that is real, not religion or performance faith. Some nights, when you cried, you felt weak, but heaven did not see failure. Heaven saw someone who refused to give up. At times you asked me questions, but you never cursed me while you did that. The connection between us was not broken. You had trouble, but you stayed. You did not see how much you had grown spiritually. You focused too much on what you did not have. You could not see how much you were growing on the inside. At first, growth is often hard to see. Fruit does not appear until the roots have had time to form. When life became harder, your roots grew deeper. You learned not to depend on cheers, but on me. You learned to look for my approval instead of approval from other people. You learned how to remain present through pain without running from it immediately. That is spiritual maturity, and it was quietly taking shape in you. You thought you were weak because the pain was so intense, but the truth is that being sensitive is not a sign of weakness. Your sensitivity shows depth. The fact that disappointment hurt you means your heart was still alive. Your faith is honest because you faced doubt instead of pretending it does not exist. Because you cried instead of pretending, your heart remained open to change. Heaven looked at your heart and saw strength where you saw weakness. When you thought you had nothing left, heaven still found loyalty in you. It found humility where pride might have grown. It found compassion in you even after you were hurt. The enemy saw your tears and thought you had been defeated. But heaven saw your tears and knew you were strong. The enemy thought that the stress would break you for good, but pressure showed what you could do. You did not realize how much wiser you had become. Little things that you used to miss started to stand out to you. You became better at discerning when something was not true. You started to trust my gentle leading more than the loud voices around you. That growth took place in places no one saw. You did not see how your humility grew. You used to feel that you had to speak loudly to defend yourself. But this season taught you to be quiet. You learned that you could trust me with your name and reputation. You became less harsh and more compassionate. That is spiritual maturity. Heaven looked into your heart and discovered something rare. My beloved child, not perfection or behavior that is faultless, but a spirit that would not disconnect completely. A heart that kept coming back. A soul that never gave up. You believed you were weak. Everything changes now that this is known, because what is rare carries great value. You left me speechless. It is not that I did not know what you were capable of. It was beautiful to see it unfold under pressure. You are stronger than you believe. You are deeper than you think. You are more prepared than you realize. You need to change how you see yourself now that this truth has been revealed. Do not call yourself weak anymore. Do not say that you are weak. You stayed. You changed in ways you could not see, and heaven saw it. My beloved child, I will now tell you why this truth about you was kept hidden until now, because you may have wondered why I did not reveal it sooner. You may have wondered why I allowed you to walk through uncertainty while you were searching for answers. You thought I was quiet because I was not close. You thought I did not tell you the truth because you were not good enough. But the truth is more complex and full of care. In revelation, timing is important. Some truths bring healing, while others require maturity to carry. Some revelations strengthen you, while others expand your responsibility. If this had been revealed too soon, it would not have strengthened you the way it can now. If I had told you this about you too soon, before the shaping, stretching, and quiet battles, it could have fed pride. If I had revealed it too soon, you might have tried to perform instead of surrendering. You might have chased praise instead of growth. You might have tried to protect an identity you were not yet ready to carry. Fear can also get in the way. You might have backed away if I told you this truth before your courage grew. You might have thought, that cannot be me. You may have felt responsible and pulled back into fear. You may have had doubts about your ability to carry what I gave you. That is why I prepared your heart first. Preparation often comes before revelation. I had to help you become steady. It was important for you to recognize both your limitations and your dependence on me. I allowed you to feel your limitations so you could understand that your strength comes from me, not from yourself. The foundation had to be built first. Exposure without preparation can be destructive. I was making you more humble, testing your patience and sharpening your senses. There was a lot of building going on. You thought the test was only about how long you could last, but it was also about how ready you were. You needed readiness to carry the truth without distorting it. You needed readiness to receive affirmation without becoming proud. You needed readiness to answer the call without fear. The quiet season kept you safe. That is what I need you to hear. The quiet season protected you. I did not publicly affirm you right away, because I wanted to keep you safe from outside pressure that you were not ready to face. I kept you from attention that could have distracted you when I did not tell you everything at once. When I kept some things hidden, it was to help you grow. Growth that takes place in silence can become stronger than growth built on applause. I waited because you were not ready to hear this truth before. Not because you were not valuable, but because you were not ready. Before you could understand greater capacity, you had to know what it was like to be limited. You had to be delayed before you could appreciate timing. Before you could understand strength, you had to know what it was like to be weak. I had to break the habit of wanting approval before doing what I was told. I had to take away some attachments that would have pushed you back after you took a step forward. Now that I have told you this truth, you might have tried to prove it instead of living it. You might have tried to persuade people instead of just walking in. You may have turned your identity into a show, and that is not my plan. Identity in me is not a performance. Your heart had to be still enough for this truth to come to you without any changes. You had to have a soft spirit to be able to handle it without being proud. You needed a steady mind to believe it without being ruled by fear. I waited while you cried. I waited while you fought. Not because I did not care, but because I was paying attention. I was waiting for the time when your strength and humility would balance each other, when your need for me would outweigh your desire for attention, and when your faith would be strong enough for you to take on responsibility. Now is that time. The silence kept you from being exposed too soon. Delay kept you from reaching an immature height. Hidden seasons kept you safe from foundations that were not stable. Understand, my beloved child, that revelation is not withheld to hurt you. It was timed to strengthen you. The timing of God is beautiful. You have been through wrestling, stretching, and growing. And now you can see the truth and know it to be true. I waited because you were not ready to hear this truth before. But now, you are ready. Now your humility keeps you grounded. Your endurance supports you. Your growing wisdom helps keep you steady. Your faith keeps you steady now. This truth is not meant to make you proud. It is meant to keep you grounded. It will not be too much for you. It will help you walk with clarity. Silence was not absence. It was getting ready. Delay did not mean rejection. It was for safety. It was not a punishment to wait. It was about positioning. Finally, the veil is lifted so that your heart can hold what has been shown. This message is getting close to something important, something that needs your full attention. There is no longer any silence about your life. The hidden season has been doing what it was meant to do. I also need you to pay attention to what is going on right now. Not when you think you are ready, or when you have everything together. Right now, just as you are. Write "I am ready" in the comments. Let those words be your declaration that you are ready to stop hiding, stop shrinking, and move forward in faith with what God is showing you. My beloved child, as you walk through this silent season, you must now understand something that was going on beneath the surface. The enemy tried to hide this fact about you. He recognized what was developing before you did. Before you fully realized it, he recognized the weight of what I had placed inside you. He tried to distort what I planted because he could not get rid of it. He could not erase who you were. So he tried to make you think that you were someone else. There was quiet spiritual opposition around you. It was not always dramatic. It was not always loud. It sometimes looked like a subtle attempt to discourage. Sometimes it came through thoughts that felt like your own. It sometimes came through the words of other people. But those times were an attempt to change how you see yourself. The enemy knew that you would act differently if you ever truly understood who you are in me. You would say different things, and that would make his control over your mind less safe. So he worked ahead of time. He told lies about how valuable you are. Not enough, he whispered. He told you that your mistakes made you who you were until they felt like they were permanent. He played over and over again your failures. He magnified your flaws and made your progress seem smaller than it was. He wanted you to see nothing unique, strong, or significant about yourself. When you looked in the mirror, there were times when you believed him. There were times when you thought his lies were louder than my voice. You believed you were behind everyone else. You believed you were missing something that other people had naturally. You thought your struggles proved that you were less capable, less chosen, or less valuable than other people. Comparison became one of his strongest tools against you. You began to judge yourself by timelines that were not meant for you. You started to judge your progress by standards that were never meant to define your life. Comparison took your attention away from growing as a person. You forgot how far you had come because of it. It stopped you from seeing how strong you were. It made you think that you were failing because you were not moving like other people. But you were never asked to be someone else. You were called to be the person I made you to be. The attacks were planned. Some thoughts came into your mind that felt unsettling but believable. You are not unique. You will never get through this. You are too hurt. They were seeds of doubt planted with the hope that they would grow. Here is what the enemy did not expect, though. Your spirit would not fully believe those lies. You wrestled with those thoughts. You felt their weight, but something in your heart resisted them. You never fully agreed with them. That resistance showed that you were still alive to the truth. The enemy tried to hide who you were by making you feel disappointed. He tried to use pain to make you define your story by what happened to you. He tried to make your past mistakes feel permanent. He tried to make your struggle feel like proof that you had been forgotten. The truth remained, and your spirit fought back against every lie that was spoken over you. Every attempt to destroy your confidence failed in some way. You may have had doubts about yourself sometimes, but you did not give up on your faith completely. You may have had doubts about your calling, but you did not cut off your connection with me. What I placed within you cannot be taken away. Pay close attention to that truth. What I placed within you cannot be taken away. Not by failure, rejection, delay, comparison, or spiritual attack. The identity I gave you is strong. It cannot be erased by events. The enemy has not erased it. Hard times do not destroy it. It might be hidden for a while. You are only challenged to recognize it again. Even when you were at your weakest, you felt something pulling you back toward hope. I was that pull. The truth was holding on under pressure in that pull. At times, you almost believed the lie that there was nothing meaningful or distinct about your life. I whispered to you that you are more than what you see. The enemy wanted you to forget how strong you were. He wanted you to think about how tired you were. He wanted you to think of every delay as a reason to give up. But waiting does not cancel design. Pressure did not erase the purpose. I can sense that someone hearing this right now has been through a great deal. You have been through things that might have broken other people, and yet here you are still standing, still believing, still pressing forward. Right now, I want you to acknowledge that you made it through. Type "I survived" in the comments as your testimony, not out of pride, but out of gratitude. Let those words remind you that God has been with you through every season. And if someone came to mind while you were listening, share this message with them. Your encouragement may reach them at the moment they need it most. You are not defined by the comparisons that try to make you feel smaller. What I placed within you cannot be taken away, but it remains. The enemy tried to hide this truth from you, because he knows that as soon as you fully accept it, you will begin to walk differently. You will rise with confidence that comes from me. You will stop negotiating with fear. You will no longer work with doubt. You will stop putting yourself down. Opposition can reveal the value of what you carry. The intensity of the attack showed how important what you carry can be. The pressure you felt was not meaningless. It stayed below the surface, waiting for the right time to be revealed. Now it is time to understand that you were never erased. You were never pushed aside. You were never reduced to your worst moment. What I placed within you cannot be taken away. It is still there. It is still alive. It is stronger than any lie that tried to shut it down. My beloved child, I must now address your spirit directly and firmly. That is because what I am about to say is not light or something to ignore. You were chosen in a different way, but you were chosen to know, and when you know, you have to take responsibility. Do not mistake being chosen for having an easy path. That is why you were tested. That is why you were refined. That is why the silence before the truth was revealed stretched you. Many people want revelation without responsibility. But you were shaped in secret because what you carry requires stability. Your heart responded differently under pressure, and that difference matters. You softened while others became harder. Others left, but you fought to stay. While other people chose anger, you struggled but still leaned toward forgiving. That is a big difference. That difference is important. You have spiritual power hidden inside you. You may not fully understand it yet, but it has been slowly taking shape. True spiritual authority does not need to make noise. It is not a boast. It can change the atmosphere without shouting. While you were hidden, that power grew. But it grew while you were not looking at it. The seasons that were not noticed were not empty. They helped form spiritual authority within you. And now that you know this truth, you need to change the way you walk. Not arrogantly, but with calm confidence. Not loudly, but with assurance. Do not compare yourself with other people. Rest in the way I made you. That was meant to be that way. Comparison is going to try to get back in. It may tell you that you are behind. It may tell you that you are not as good as others, or that you missed something. But you were chosen in a different way. The standards that apply to other people do not define you. I measure your journey differently. By that measure, you are not lacking. Right now, you are exactly where you should be. After the truth has been shown, do not let the enemy push you back into fear. After receiving this truth, do not return to old lies about yourself. In a spiritual way, you are rare. You were chosen in a different way. And what I placed within you cannot be taken away. You need to start moving like you know this now, not with pride, but with peace and confidence. The key is not to strive, but to rest. You have been carrying too much weight for too long. Even I was left speechless because your heart revealed what had been growing in secret. What you went through was meant to break you. You stayed even though it would have been easier to leave. You grew even when it seemed impossible. and heaven saw it. My beloved child, this truth changes the way you live from now on. Do not keep speaking about yourself the way you used to. Do not say you have been forgotten when I have remembered you. Do not call yourself weak when you have been through a lot that most people could not. Do not call yourself ordinary when God has called you for a purpose. Words are strong. The way you speak about yourself matters. Your words need to match up with what I have told you. Say this aloud or quietly within yourself. I am spiritually rare. What was meant to break me did not destroy me. I have not been forgotten. I am not weak. I was chosen in a different way. The enemy was wrong about who you are. You are who I said you are. I have also said that you are rare. I have said that you are faithful. I have told you that you are ready. The season of silence is ending. The hidden season has done what it was meant to do. What was made in secret will become clear in ways you cannot fully understand yet. It is not that you will become loud, proud, or pushy. Fruit will eventually be produced by deep roots. You are now entering a season of being seen, not for your ego, but for my glory. The process had a reason for happening. The pain had a purpose in the process. There was a reason for waiting. Finally, the purpose is being revealed. Do not be afraid of it. Do not let fear make you think you are the same person you were before this journey. You are not. You have changed in ways that are hard to put into words. I can see it clearly. I believe you are ready. I say that the truth about you cannot be hidden any longer because you are ready to bear it without shame, fear, or distortion. This is your moment, my beloved child. You have been waiting for this shift, not just a change in circumstances, but a change in how you understand your identity. You now know what was revealed about you. You now understand why there had to be silence. You now know that what I placed inside you cannot be taken back. You now know that you were chosen for a purpose. Move forward in that truth. Let it help you decide what to do. Let it help you feel confident. Let it shut down the lies that try to come back. My child, you left me speechless, and heaven still rejoices over what it found in you. Now, go live your life like you know who you are before you go any further. If this message has strengthened your faith, click the like button and subscribe to this channel. Turn on notifications if you want to stay connected with future messages that encourage your faith. Let your response come from sincerity and from a desire to keep growing closer to God. Be the person I made you to be. You do not need to strive or perform. You can just rest in the fact that you are spiritually rare. You kept going. This message is ending, but for you, something new is just beginning. I will always be with you.